Welcome back to the channel, friends. It is good to be here, and I hope you're doing well. So today, we're going to be taking a look at the demo version of a game called There Are No Orcs. This is a unique RTS base building auto-battler roguelite, where you place buildings from randomized selections. Those buildings will then generate units, and your goal is to overwhelm and ultimately annihilate your enemy. Now, I found this one fun, and I think it has a certain degree of charm that I really did enjoy as well. So we're going to be playing it here today. Now, if you wanted to get a copy of this game for yourself, you can certainly do so. There's a free demo available right now on Steam, link in the video description below. Otherwise, the slated release date is Q3 of this year. So let's hop on in, smash the like button if you enjoyed the content here on the channel. Let me know in the comments section below your thoughts about the game. And if you are new here, then please consider becoming a subscriber. Thank you so much. Now let's rock and roll. Alright, so here's the opening screen, and you're probably a little bit overwhelmed by all of the different menus and information. I'll definitely walk you through it. So essentially what you have to do is you have to select your commander. Now it does look like the game has plans to unlock other civilizations. So we have the human civ, the demon civ, and then the dwarf civ. Not available in the demo, of course, but super cool that there's plans for other civs, right? So we have a choice between Perlin here, who is a meteor strike specialist. It's going to do 10 damage to targeted area, which is quite nice. Her trait will give us a better cooldown rate the more gold that we hold. And then her unique buildings are a bunch of crystals that will essentially buff up her skill. Next up, we do have Gustav, who's a venture capitalist. 75% chance to double our gold with a success rate that falls the more you use it. And then if failed, it's going to have our gold but give us a better success rate. So it's kind of like playing the lottery a little bit with Gustav, it does appear. And he's got a bodyguard agency, treasury, brokerage, and financial nova as his special buildings. So that's super cool. I think for our first run today, we'll go with Perlin. And essentially what I did is, there's a mission, Contain Demons. It's the only mission available in the demo right now, but it's got, varying difficulty levels. So effectively, Contain Demons on normal is your tutorial run, so I've completed that. So I think we're ready to try hard mode with Perlin. Now there's also gear as well, okay? And gear seems to be pretty good. For instance, this piece of body armor that I got following the tutorial is going to give us another shop refresh, give us another starting tile. It's going to increase the HP of melee units by 5%. That's pretty good, and effectively we can take off this piece of gear and put it on Gustav as well. So, gives you a lot of reason to keep playing and keep stacking up gear. Looks like there's a forge where you can get these fragments, and then 10 of them will give you a new piece of equipment. There's Ogre, which will give you more starting gold. I think if you lose, this kind of bankroll builds up, and then it'll make your next run maybe a little easier. And then there's a codex with all kinds of charming things in here, right? Like, I really do like the art style of this game. Got all the fun units, Royal Guard, commanders, right? And then so many relics, which are a fun aspect of this game for sure. So I think we're ready to hop on in. Let's go. Alright, so first and foremost, speed controls right here, right? And here's what we're doing. So we have this shaded grid right here. This is where we can place our buildings. We have randomized buildings down here in our kind of deck, I suppose you could say. Our shop level is level 1. So you want to continue to upgrade this because it's going to give you access to other buildings that are better and more useful. It costs 1,000 gold to upgrade. We have 500 gold. And our goal is going to be to set up an economy and start generating some gold. So as you can see, these buildings do different things. So this park, for instance, is going to generate plus 4 gold per adjacent empty tile, right? So you want to probably put it right there, nothing around it, so it maximizes. We have farmland, which is an economy type building. It's going to generate 10 gold with a generation speed of 5. Okay, generation time 20 seconds. We also have another crystal that we can add, which will give us more gold when meteor strike kills an enemy unit. Then we have the recruitment center. This will instantly generate 1 swordman when purchasing an economy building. So a decent starting combo would be the recruitment center and then maybe the farmland, which is an economy type building. So I think that makes a lot of sense. We can also refresh the shop here. We have 500 gold to play around with. Now, what are we looking at? Well, we have enemy defense towers. So 1500 HP on these things. Destroying this allows you to select a relic, which is this little treasure chest here, right? 1500. These have 15,000. And then ultimately, we want to destroy the enemy core, which has 20,000 HP. And of course, the enemy is going to be summoning units and sending them our way as well. There's some gold mines in the middle to control. We definitely want to do that. We can do that by just having a unit walk by it. And another cool thing about this game is you can freely just reshape your civ whenever you like. So if I choose to build a farmland and I want to put it right here, I can move it wherever I like within our shaded grid whenever I like. So that's pretty cool as well. So let's go ahead and let's get this recruitment center. I think that's a fine opening. So let's purchase it. Let's go ahead and get some farmland. Actually, it looks like we have a swordman barracks now. So this is going to generate swordman plus 5% generation speed per swordman barracks owned. So that's also interesting. We also have an archery barracks. So when it's adjacent to a culture building, which is another building type, right? Military, economy, and culture, it's going to get plus 60% archer generation speed, which is also pretty cool, I suppose. And it looks like adjacency is the 8 surrounding tiles. Okay. So diagonal counts as adjacent. I think what we should probably do is let's get farmland, because that's going to generate a swordman, right? And then it looks like we do have a swordman barracks. I like that. So let's do it. In fact, let's get 2 of them. So you can see it's generating at 110% because we have 2 of them, right? Okay, so I like this. We'll keep using our gold to improve our economy as we go. Let's put these crystals in the top corner for now. And let's start the simulation. Let's go. So essentially our special skill is going to just slowly charge up, okay? And then it will actually stack up uses, which is nice. And it's going to be the key to taking out some of the weaker mobs. And let's see. So enemy incoming in 35 seconds. It does appear. And now you see we captured the mine. So we're going to start generating gold now, which is great. And then this guy's going to try to get on this tower. He's going to be overmatched easily. Yeah, it doesn't even sniff the tower before it takes him out. However, with units on both lanes, right, we're going to control these gold mines, which is definitely the key to early income. Now, I could build a black market. Instantly generates 200 gold upon purchase. -1 empty tile when sold or destroyed. And you notice when you purchase a building, it refreshes the shop automatically for you, so keep that in mind as well. It looks like we do have an enemy on the field, a Lemure. It's got 12 HP, attack power 3. Our swordman, 21 HP. But obviously no match for the towers, and it does look like they're going to regain control of the gold mine, yeah. Okay, so we're going to be constantly fighting over these things. I think what we should do is, we should probably build a black market. Probably don't want too many of them, but we can definitely build one, and then we have a barn. So it grants plus 5 gold when adjacent economy and culture buildings generate gold. So we've got our farmland here generating gold for us. Why don't we throw in a barn adjacent? It's going to help boost up. And let's go ahead and get a farmland. It's going to spit out another swordman in this recruitment center here. Quite nice. In fact, I could get another barn as well. We're starting to bank some income. I like the idea of having barns and fields, right? It's a good early solution. So let's go ahead and let's reshape this a little bit. In fact, if we do this, they get double adjacency bonus, which is nice. Swordman barracks, yeah, I feel like we need more units on the field. And then when you level up the shop, you will actually add another row of expansion territory as well. So that's pretty cool. We got a fight going on the front lines for the gold mines, which is good. We seem to be winning. Transmutation crystal. I do have a meteor strike. This is going to do 11 damage. These guys have 12. Little extra gold, it looks like. Let's go with another barn. I'm okay with that. Absolutely. In fact, let's go with 2 more barns. In fact, maybe I should probably consider, what if we did something like this? We definitely need more farmlands, right? So here's another one. We also have an archery barracks, so we can add archers into the mix. Let's do a meteor strike, you bet. Help out our swordsman. And I think we can probably crank up the speed a little bit on this. So let's add more farmland. And if the enemy overwhelms you, right, they will come to your buildings and attack them. Alright, so let's see. They're getting on. We're starting to actually chip away at these towers just a little bit. I mean, not having a ton of success, but we got to get our economy established. So that's what we're trying to do. Swordman barracks, yes, of course. But I want to keep adding this farmland whenever possible. How about an archery barracks? Let's get some archers. And these are best used adjacent to culture buildings. Culture buildings are kind of hard to find. This is a bank, so it's going to generate 20 gold. And it's saved in the building, and then you can collect the full payment when you sell the bank. So that's another option. I think we should probably keep adding swordsmen. More farms, yes. Another barn. Yes, you bet. And I can also sell. You simply just click on it and sell the building if you like. Right, very nice. So more farms. I think should probably consider... Well, let's keep adding farmland because we have advantageous territory for the farms. And then I think we should save up 1,000 and let's go ahead and click up to the next tier. Still fighting over the mines. Looks like we're chipping away at this defense tower pretty well so far. Got a lot of archers in there shooting, which is quite nice. And there's buildings that are going to upgrade and change the form of your units like in a row, right? So there's like... There's that mechanic in this game that I really do enjoy. And it looks like since we ranked up, we do get a relic selection. Okay, so what do we have? Goblin Beard. Leveling up the shop no longer requires time, right? Preschool Grimmery. When a wizard kindergarten successfully generates, gain gold equal to the purchase price of the new building. So this is going to transform the adjacent building on the right into a random building. Interesting. Otherwise, we have the Mandrake. So Monk's Healing grants the target plus 5 max HP permanently, and it's stackable. It also gives us 2 monasteries, which will give us a monk. Let's do that. I mean, max HP, right? So now we got free monasteries. Let's play one on each lane. Now we're going to see a new unit type out there, the monk. Let's just get some more archery barracks. Town Center increases the generation speed of adjacent economy and culture buildings by 25%. How about this armory? What does this do? Changes the generated swordman archer of buildings in the same column to spearman crossbowman. I think I like that combo maybe with our archers, right? Like, let's do it. Armory. A little expensive, but we're going to start getting crossbows now. Look at them. They're armored. Looks like they pierce armor as well. And how about this? That tower falls and we're swarming this one now. Looking pretty good. Hallucinogenic mushroom. Empty tiles generate 10 gold every 10 seconds. Permanently occupy the gold mines with the rune pickaxe. Otherwise, we can gain 1,000 gold outright. Can also re-roll this if we like. I mean, I think with the push that we have going, I don't see us threatened on the gold, right? I think this will eventually give us... This will eventually give us 1,000 gold. We have plenty of empty tiles. At least for now. And what do you know? Another tower falls. We're just humming along here. Okay, so biological enchantment. Spearman's attacks permanently reduce the target's armor to 0. And then we also get a couple of barracks. Otherwise, strawberry mana potion. Commander skill cooldown rate plus 30%. I mean, that's pretty good. I haven't really unfurled the meteor strike too often yet. Piercing ammo. The bolts of crossbowmen pierce plus 2 enemies. Gives me another armory. I kind of like that. Let's do it. So armory, do we like this? I mean, we can get all spears, right? Spearman appears to be much stronger than the swordsman. More attack power, just more everything. So the answer is yes on that. Nice, we're skirmishing on the front lines here. Getting taken out by the towers, but whittling them down nonetheless. So let's click up again. Let's get a town center in here as well. Another barn. Don't mind if I do. Barns in farmland. Pretty good way to generate some income, it does appear. And how about this? We're starting to swarm up on the towers, and let's help these guys out with a little meteor strike, you bet. Let's get a relic. Coconut shell. Stables additionally generate 1 swordman. So this is going to give us 2 stables, which will give us the knight. Okay. Plus 30% generation speed per adjacent economy building. Glass cannon. All ranged units attack power plus 50%, HP minus 90%. Stylish plate armor. Instantly destroy all enemy units and set the HP of all your buildings to 1. Yikes. Let's go with the coconut shell. I'm okay with that. Get a little clop action, right? So let's just go ahead and ship this up. Because what I want to do is I want to get my stables back on these economy buildings. So they're nice and adjacent. And let's check out the knights. Let's see what the knights can do for us. Let's get some more farmland installed. And what is this? Philosopher Guild. So this is a culture. Okay, generation speed. It generates 0 gold, but it's a culture building. So let's do something like this. Let's get this in here. Because we want the archer barracks all over it, right? Actually, we gotta have the armory. So let's do that. We can always add another one. Geometry Institute. So what's this? Plus 1% attack power to ranged units permanently. Okay, yeah. It gets a buff if it's adjacent to a culture building as well. Quite nice. Certainly take it. Another Geometry Institute as well. Yeah, don't mind if I do. So it looks like we're winning in a big way. Got the Wizard Kindergarten, so I do want to mess around with this because we have this black market. So let's throw this right here. It's going to transform it into a random building. It looks like we're already on the core of the enemy. Alley Crossbow. Range becomes to attack power plus 100%, so it's like a point-blank shotgun crossbow, if you will. Battlescar Metal. Assortment gain plus 20% max HP. I mean, we have Spearmen, right? Bronze Hourglass. Economy buildings generation speed minus 30%. Other building types, excuse me, plus 30%. Let's re-roll this. Enemy defensive towers attack power minus 60%. Level 1 and 2 buildings can be sold at half the purchase price. Brass Knuckles. Fighting clubs will also increase the attack power. And it gives us a fighting club. Okay, so that is a lot like the Geometry Institute for melee units. I think we definitely have to click up because I need more space. But Geometry Institute is nice. So let's see, what can we do? We just need more space before we can really play it. Or we need this to convert this into something. But we're winning. We got another tower right here. And how about this? Who's this? A Tyrant. 150 HP. Wow. 20 attack power. Okay. So this guy's going to get in and involve, but it looks like we do have some heals as well. Let's give him a hand. Boom. Okay, here comes another large enemy wave. Lots of them spawning in. The Tyrant actually might help push. No, never mind. He falls. We just overwhelm and outnumber. Alright, let's increase the speed a little bit so things upgrade faster. Generate economy faster. I think it's definitely a game to play on the greatest speed setting, for sure. We've got our little knight in here. Look at them go. They charge on into battle. Looks like they have a charge attack. We did level up. So let's pause and collect. So Fire Lance. Knight's charge attack causes small area explosion damage. Gives us another stable. I like that. Live support. The effects triggered when selling a building are triggered an additional time or Tyrant's license. Instantly destroy all your units. And the initial cost to refresh the shop becomes 50. Let's go Fire Lance. I'm quite okay with that. And now we have some more space to work with. So let's again throw this on pause. Let's reconfigure. In fact, this recruitment center, it's not doing anything for me. And what do you know? We get a park. I think we can just keep letting this convert that into something else. Don't really have much adjacency. Geometry Institute. Let's go with the Swordman Barracks right here. Actually, no. Let's get a Geometry Institute. We've got a theater. Alchemy Lab. Wizarding University. Generates wizards. Okay. Plus 20% generation speed per adjacent empty tile. I mean, we definitely want wizards, right? That's a no-brainer. Tavern, random unit, excuse me, plus 30% generation speed per adjacent building type. So it's going to give me a random unit. I kind of like that. It's kind of expensive though. But let's go ahead and Philosopher's Guild. Let's get another stable right there. Fight Club. Yes. And Tavern. Yeah. Theater. Generates +3 gold per different building by name owned. I like gold generation. Got the Wizard Kindergarten again. We'll just kind of monitor what goes on with this. So let's go. Let's crank up that speed. Let's drop some meteors. And we're easily just overwhelming the enemy. Makes me wonder what the next difficulty tier is like. I think we can give it a shot next for sure. At about the 20-minute mark in the video. Got plenty of time. However, the enemy's not going down without some resistance, that's for sure. And sunglasses. Archers deal plus 400% damage to flying units. We get 3 archery barracks. Growth elixir. Instantly gain tiles up to the max limit and the refresh will no longer be available. Interesting. Gain 3,000 gold. 3,000 gold. Yeah, 3,000 gold is going to help us click up, right? Alright, let's go, Kindergarten. Let's see what you're going to create. See if I want to keep that building or not. Let's see, where's my mage? There he is. Wizard. Right there. Oh yeah, he's shooting little magical spells. Got our knights charging into battle. And we're finally on the enemy core, doing some damage to it for sure. Alright, what do we have? Griffin Nest. Generates a griffin. Okay, yes. The answer is yes. I wonder if it's a flying unit. Oh, it sure is. Excellent. Look at this. 64 HP. Looks like it's a melee unit. We also have a wormling. So that must have came out of the tavern. What was a wormling doing in the tavern anyways? I guess I'm okay with that. I'm quite okay with that. Let's click up. Get some more space to expand. Looks like the enemy core is under just constant assault. Our crossbows are really doing some good things, it does appear. Very strong units. We got the dragon getting involved. Looks like he shoots fireballs from a range, which is nice. We've got the knights charging on in, taking on the tyrants. Who's this guy? Royal Guard. Okay, we got a Royal Guard. Looks like he's got good attack power. A 21. It's even stronger than the knight. What's this dragon hitting for? 17. Okay. Alright, very nice. Got another relic. Mori's arrow. Archers fire +2 additional arrows. Give us some barracks. We have crossbowmen though. Soccer. Will also increase the HP. Wow. Okay. The number of tiles has reached the limit. Monuments generate 300 gold. Let's go with the soccer. It's going to increase the max HP of our ranged units. Give us another Geometry Institute as well. Can't go wrong there. Victory! It looks like we got some new equipment as well. Brutal difficulty unlocked. We'll certainly try that one next. Let's see what we have though. Head slot. Melee units attack power 5%. And ranged units attack power 5%. Starting tiles +1. Feats. Melee units HP up. Shop upgrade cost -20. Relic reroll base cost -10. Okay, quite nice. So I do like that there's an equipment aspect to this. So let's take this off. We can try out our boy Gustav. And we can do it on brutal. Contain the demons. So let's get equipped up there, Gustav. And he's going to have a completely different mechanic here, where you can roll the dice, if you will, to double your gold. No meteor strike, right? We also have the bodyguard agency. Generates a bodyguard. Okay. Financial Nova. Consumes 50% of current gold and deals consumed gold divided by 200 damage to all enemy units. Interesting. Transfers left adjacent building's generation speed to right adjacent building. Also interesting. Okay, well, Gustav, let's get it done. Let's go. Alright, let's pause things. So bodyguard agency. If no enemies on your side of the field, generates 10 gold instead. Okay. So I think we can probably set this up in a similar fashion. We do have the barn. Got a couple of them. Swordman barracks. Yeah, we can go with the swordman. So let's do something like that as our opening, and looks like we're upgrading already. Why is that exactly? Is it like his special trait or something? Maybe? I guess I didn't register why. Looks like you can get 84 total tiles. So what is that? Like 12 rows out? Maybe not quite that many. Well, 10 would be 70. Yeah, 12. 12 times 7, 84. So that's also pretty compelling too. If you can imagine like kind of late game or what have you. Looks like these towers are stronger. But having just a whole grid of buildings that generate units for you. I do like the unit variety. I think there's a lot of unit variety to be found here so far. So that's charming and enchanting, of course. Let's go ahead and get an archer. More swords, yes. Bodyguard agency again. So each commander has their own special buildings, is essentially what's going on. I mean, it generates free gold. If we're not under threat, right? So I think it's a good option for us. Alright, good job, archers. Way to win. Recapture the mines, right? I'd be curious to see what, other layouts. Oh, there you go. There's the bodyguard. They seem pretty tanky. Especially when compared to these swordmen, right? Farmland, yes. Bodyguard agency. Don't mind if I do. What are these guys? 66 HP. 6 attack power. They're just kind of tanky units. It looks like we're almost to the next upgrade. So I wonder if it upgrades slower, but gives it to you for free or something. We'll certainly have to monitor that. More farms, yes. How about another barn? Okay, here we go. Yeah, it looks like it's upgrading automatically, just at a slower rate. Interesting. So 1,000 gold. Big pot stew. Town center's generation speed bonus for adjacent buildings is increased to 50%. Economy and culture buildings. Okay. Generation speed bonus of spearman barracks, no longer has a limit. Okay. So you could really get them out quickly late game. I think this is good. It's going to give us a town center, and we can get this. I think what you do is you do this, right? Boom. I think that makes a lot of sense. More swords, more archers. Let's just get a bunch of units. Put a park right there. Why not? Can always sell it later. Yeah, these bodyguards are definitely part of the solution as it relates to starting a push, right? We also have the armory. I mean, definitely part of the solution last time, right? I think the crossbows are really, really good. So let's get the armory right here. Boom. Let's get some more farmland. More swords, do we want it? Town center, let's throw that right there. Another barn, sure thing, we'll throw it right there. Treasury. Generates 1% of the current gold held. Interesting. Spearman barracks. Sure. Archery barracks, yes. And we got a bunch of crossbows coming out. And our push kind of begins here, right? Just a little bit. Another level up. And it's going automatically again. Coconut shell. Okay, so that'll give us the stable. We had it last time. Pretty good one. The knights seem to be pretty useful. Repeater. Crossbowman's attack speed plus 200%, but no longer pierce armor. I like that. Let's do it. And we also get another armory. Okay. Good deal. So let's get the armory installed. Let's get the bodyguards off this line. Enemy tower destroyed. Nice. So we managed to push through. And look at these crossbows hum. You love to see it. Piercing ammo. Okay, so that's offset by the last one that we just got, right? Every 30 seconds, all your units restore 50% of their health. Or Fire Lance, which will give us a stable. I like it. Like it quite a bit, actually. So let's go ahead and let's figure out a solution. So let's shift this up. Let's get the stable. Boom, right there. Alright, another relic, yes. War Scythe. Spearmen deal 100% damage to enemy units with 0 armor. Ellie crossbow, that's going to tank our range, but give us more attack power. Brass knuckles. So the Fight Club. Yes. You guys know the rules about Fight Club, right? Monastery. Don't mind if I do. Another stable. Again, don't mind if I do. Another monastery. Don't mind if I do. Farmland, yes. Let's keep building out our economy. Wizard kindergarten. I think I will. Philosopher guild. Generates absolutely nothing. Let's see. So we got more swords. Well, now they're spears. Monastery. I like the idea of just having a bunch of healing. Monument. What does this do? Generates 1 tile, plus 10% generation speed per adjacent military building. Okay, so it gives you free tiles to work with. I really like that. It looks like we can do venture capital if we like, to double our current gold. Might not necessarily have to do that. Do something like that. Alright, very nice. Let's get a relic. Beef ball. Catapults to catapult. Siege workshop. Is that so? Goblin fire water. Tablins will only generate powerful units and it gives you a tavern. I think I love that. That sounds fantastic. Let's put it front row center and see what kind of stuff you can come up with. Alright, so we got another fight club from our wizard kindergarten, which is great. And I do like that you can see kind of how buffed up everything is. Right, 190% in these stables here. Good stuff. We did get another tower, so Holy Grail. Knight's charge attack damage bonus gains an extra 300%. Gives us another stable as well, times 2. Troll Ear. Downgrade the shop by 1 level. Level 5 buildings become free. Interesting. When gaining a tile. Another monument. We also have one for purchase. Let's go with the Holy Grail. And let's go ahead and let's definitely add another monument. Love the idea of messing around with a bunch of monuments. So let's see. How can we get you paired up? Another monument. Don't mind if I do. Think I could use another armory. Mercenary camp. Generates 5 gold. Instantly generates 3 swordmen, 2 archers upon purchase. So it simply generates resources for ya. Got another tavern. Yeah. Farmland, yes. Philosopher Guild does absolutely nothing, at least as far as the way I read it. Couple more stables, so let's get these installed as well. Alright, good deal. Geometry Institute. I think we can sell this. I don't want it changing out my buildings. Alchemy Lab. Another Geometry Institute. Don't mind if I do. Armory, yes. So this is what we need. So let's get that down right there. Alright, perfect. Another Geometry Institute. I mean, I feel like our economy is just fine. Let's see if we can double our cash. Nope. We lost. Okay, so they have a big push coming, including... looks like flying hellbats. A bunch of tyrants, too. And who are these guys? A brute. 80 HP. Okay, so... they're starting to push. They are definitely starting to push. So let's get more Geometry Institutes. Another stable, yes. Fight Club, yes. Yeah, they're pushing voraciously right now. Gotta keep upgrading, man. Let's see. Voodoo Doll. Gain 1 tile when purchasing a building, lose 1 tile when selling a building. So if I re-roll this, 240, I want to get a tavern out there. So let's grab this, I suppose. I'm okay with that. Let's hit this. Alright, very nice. Big winner. Big win. Wizards. Let's get them on the helm. Alright, boys. We're getting overthrown here. We got a catapult. Oh, it must have been from the tavern. Alright, guys. Hang in there. We lost the mine. Another tavern. I actually think I need more gold now. I need a lot more gold, actually. So it looks like the shop is maxed out. So getting gold by way of relics is not the solution. However, the catapults seem to be pretty effective. Still 1 tower standing, and the enemy waves are getting very, very strong. Griffin Nest. Per empty tile owned. I don't mind that. Farmland. I mean, we need more gold. Well, let's see. Geometry Institute. It's got to be adjacent to other culture buildings. Let me just pause this for a moment. Whoops. So let's do this. Let's swap it with the Fight Club. Let's do something like that. 1% of the current gold held. Definitely need more gold, so let's get it. Alright, continue the simulation. Let's go. I mean, they definitely pushed us hard, right? They pushed us all the way back to our base. But it looks like we have some unit variety, including dragons now, which is quite nice. Those taverns, man. I like the tavern. We got the enemy tower, which gives us a relic. Bronze hourglass. Economy buildings generation speed minus 30%. Dung Cauldron. Your buildings have plus 400% HP. Let's re-roll it. Catapults deal plus 400% damage to buildings. Gives you a siege workshop. Otherwise, we do have some more knights. Do I have a good spot for another stable? Not really. Let's go with this. I'm okay with that. Plus 10% generation speed per culture building in the same row. Well, maybe if I get it in the same row as the monuments, right? Do something like that. I think we're doing fine on land expanse. We simply just need... We need more units. It doesn't feel like... It looks like this might be the final push. These catapults, I think, are the X factor. Got a royal guard as well. Let's hit it. Alright, sometimes you play the lottery and win, my friends, and what do you know? Brutal Plus difficulty is now unlocked. Free shop refreshes at starts. Range attacks, attack power, plus 5%. Melee units, HP, starting tiles. Okay. So who did I like more? I think I like Perlin more. Although this guy's ability to... You know, the shop level automatically increasing. Maybe we should do another run with... I mean, we got Brutal Plus. I think it would be a disservice to you fine people if we didn't at least try it out. So what does this mean? Brutal Plus 1. Whim literally all. Literally all. Selecting a relic also grants the other two. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. I guess we'll figure it out. So what do we like better? Shop refresh, cost decay speed plus 1. Starting tiles plus 1. This gives us more attack. I think it's objectively better. Okay, so melee units HP plus 5%. I think those are better. So let's throw them on. Let's go, Gustav. Brutal Plus. Chance to drop equipment with relic effects. Okay. Got it. And it just keeps on going up, it looks like. So Brutal Plus 1, right? Let's try it. Alright, farmland, yes. Let's get you up there. Barn, yes. Another barn, yes. See if we can set up a better just base economy this time. And crank up that speed. I mean, that one enemy push, like, they got in on us big time. Black market, do I go this route? I don't think so. Let's keep adding farms and barns. Whim effect, so literally all. Selecting a relic also grants the other two. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, you literally get all relics. Okay, I see now. Makes sense now. Alright, bodyguard. What do you think? They're munching on my building. Alright, well, let's get some units to help quell this threat. Probably another bodyguard agency next, I think. Probably when I have a lot of farms. Like an entire row of barns and farms is what I'm thinking. I don't know how crazy it's gonna get. I think we're gonna find out real soon here. Alright, we got a barn. Need 200 gold. So let's get it. Looks like we're gonna upgrade soon too, which gives us a relic. Small pouch. Stables. Yeah, definitely the stables. 190%. Could do the armory. Let's keep adding farms. and barns. I want to fill this out. Seems like we're generating a good amount of income. Let's get an armory. I'm gonna start making some crossbows. Oh, whoops. That was completely accidental. Alright, let's get a relic. Instantly destroy all units. Swordmen gain... Okay. Have an additional 100% generation speed bonus, and it gives us 3 philosopher guilds and 3 swordman barracks. So yeah, so we got all those, right? Philosopher Guild generates absolutely nothing. I guess I don't know the point of this. I'm trying to think of what the point of that would be. And I'm just coming up empty. Let's get an armory. Monument, here you go. Let's get a couple of relics. Holy Trumpet, Monk's healing range plus 150% gives you a monastery. All melee units move speed minus 50%, but armor plus 3. Griffins gain 100% lifesteal and gives you 2 griffin nests. Yeah. Got life-stealing griffins now. I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with the Philosopher Guild. Wait, so it does generate now? What? Okay, so it's actually really good then. I don't know, it'd be helpful if the tooltip was correct on it. Looks like it just generates steady gold. Another armory. Can put it up here for the future. Let's get a relic. Monument commander skill cooldown rate plus 30%. Archers deal plus 400% damage to flying units. Gives us some archery barracks to work with, and it does look like we are pushing rather well. As the Griffin crumbles on the front line, looks like they have self-exploding units, and it looks like their unit variety is just slowly, yeah. So we got the bomber unit, right? Looks like they're gaining in unit variety, though. Got another monument. I think I can sell the bodyguard. So let's move you over. Let's go monument right there. Boom. It's going to give us some more space to work with. Should we roll the dice? Ah. That hurts, man. That hurts. I'm not typically a gambling man here, folks, but I figured, let's give it a shot. Grants 5 gold when adjacent. Okay, so these are generating nothing, but since this is adjacent to... Okay, I see. Okay. So the Philosopher Guild isn't very useful until you have it. It appears to be on a barn. I mean, look at this, right? So I think we can sell this and this. Dragon Slayer, Swordman Barracks times 4. Okay, gain 3,000 gold. Wow. What an assortment of relics there. Tremendous. Theater. I guess I don't really need it. Let's play our freebies. And let's see what's going on the front lines. Looks like they're maybe starting to form a bit of a push. Fight Club. I mean, yes, you want the Fight Club. Geometry Institute, sure thing. Tavern, yeah. Did great things for us. I mean, this is going to generate 1% of what we currently have. Another tavern. Don't mind if I do. The more taverns, literally the merrier. More stables now. I think I can sell the Bodyguard Academy. Probably this as well. I think the knights are super effective. And what do you know, we get another one. Alright, how's it going? How we feeling? It kind of seems like, maybe, just maybe, we're losing a little bit of ground. I think our crossbowmen have nerfed range, right? They do. And everybody's like slow as well. Alright, let's keep getting that shop upgraded. Let's go, guys. Wow, they got ghosts. Mirror summoner. Holy cow, man. Look at all these units. There's so many of them. They're gonna start encroaching in. I've gotta like refresh this to find something. Wizards, yes. Can you bail me out? Tavern, get it. Geometry Institute, I mean. The enemies will be erased. Wait, what? Destroy the enemy, the luggage persists for 3 minutes. So what does that mean exactly? Alright, level up. Let's get it. Let's gain tiles to the max limit. Oh, we got a dragon nest. The answer is yes. Just don't destroy it, alright? Dragon nest right there in the middle. And we got another dragon nest. So what does this do? 7% generation speed per economy building in the same row. In the same row. Okay. How about that? I think we can just move off these farms. We're doing great on income. Philosopher Guild. I mean, look at the rate in which these generate income. Pretty crazy. Financial Nova. It seems 50% of current gold, of which we have a lot. I think I can maybe panic do that, but let's just keep adding buildings. Gotta mount our little comeback. Alright, dragon nest. Stable. Monument, Alchemy Lab, Financial Nova. Is it gonna help us set up a push? So my income should be halved here. It is. But look at that. Wow. What an effect. Can always sell it too if I don't like having my income constantly halved. But it does appear to be a pretty effective way to just handle the horde. But let's sell it for now. Throw in a treasury. I'm okay with that. Town center. Let's get that gold back. Alright, very nice. It's pure chaos. We got dragons, we got demons, we got ghosts. We got all kinds of things here today, my friends. And yeah, it looks like they just constantly summon in. I'm kind of unable to really get a good push going. Siege Workshop, yeah, part of the solution. Griffin Nest, yes. Griffin Nest, yes. That lifesteal. Stable. Philosopher Guild. Appears to be a great way to generate income. This economy and culture buildings generate gold. Geometry Institute, yeah, it's going to help us snowball our attack power. Alright, looks like we got a bit of a push going, nice. So what do we have? Instantly gain 7 knights with the effect repeating every 30 seconds. Tyrant's License. Destroy all of your units. No, I'm good. Destroy all my units, you kidding me? Do you know how long it took me to put together this push? And I think it's the catapult is the key in a lot of ways. Dragon Nest, here we go. Geo Institute, you bet. Another stable. Fight Club, yeah. Don't talk about Fight Club. Griffin Nest, yes. Philosopher Guild, can we get it on? This one kind of has to stay put. Dragon Nest. Archery Barracks. Yeah, it looks like we're like maxed out, right? So if I wanted to add more, I would have to sell some buildings, but let's just observe. I feel like I've spent a lot of time just building my base. Look at all these monks, man. There's so many of them. It's good for tanky units like the knight. Look at him, he just gets healed right up by all those monks. Enemy tower destroyed, alright. So now we're starting to gain some traction. I can reroll this, I suppose. Yep, I like that. That's good. Yes, also yes. Tavern. Let's get you in there. Let's work you in somehow. Let's see. What can we sell? Alright, let's observe. Looks like we're crashing on in to the portal. And victory for the good guys. And look, we got some rare gear. Wizard's attack blast area plus 150%. So that's actually super cool that your gear augments, you know, specific units. So it can really help you put together certain builds that are structured around certain units. And who else do we have here? Coming in Steam Next Fest June 2025. So that is, of course, very, very soon. Looks like he has some royal options, if you will. It's very cool. So Black Sheep Wall, start with 84 tiles. Okay, so cool. So because you're doing brutal, right? It gives you a starting bonus, which is interesting. Very cool. Now obviously the demo of this game is just a bit limited, but you know, I thought it was cool. I thought it was fun. I really did enjoy this game. I think it's a fast-paced kind of auto-battler, kind of grand scale auto-battler, right? Where it's all about, you know, overwhelming your opponent with as many units as you can find. I think we did discover some synergies here, and you know, just through like the gear process, right? I think you can see that if you get the right gear, you can probably put together a pretty strong build around some other options, you know, specific units like the wizard, etc., etc. So this has been There Are No Orcs. If you want to get the game for yourself, you can certainly do so. Free demo on Steam. Otherwise, the slated release on Steam is Q3 of this year. Maybe it's one for the wish list. Maybe it's one that you want to try out the demo on. I know I sure enjoyed myself with the demo here today. If you did too, then smash the like button and become a subscriber if you are new here. So thanks so much, my friends. I'm going to get on out of here, but I do appreciate you spending some time on the channel today. And I'll be catching you in the next video. Thanks a lot.